Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. This is Altcoin Era and this is your boy Ahmed, and today we're going to look into the crypto market. So let's begin. BTC went to a whopping 64,000 US dollars. It's almost at all-time high and currently stands at 61,000 US dollars. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very close to all-time high. I did tell you this was gonna happen. I'm gonna show you a highlight reel from weeks ago, months ago, what I thought would happen, and it did. Arthur Hayes, he's one of the gurus in the space, alleged gurus in the space that people admire and flock to his opinion. I'm not really a big fan of Arthur Hayes. The media for some reason and the industry for some reason just take on board what he says. I think there's a lot of manipulation with this man, but it is what it is. He's predicting that we're gonna have a crash. He finally ends the interview by saying, "I am preparing for a vicious washout of all the crypto tourists in March of this year." He wrote, "I loaded up on crypto in the second half of 2023, and I believe now until April there is no trade zone in terms of addition of risk. There is no trade zone in terms of addition of risk." So that's his opinion. And me personally, I would rather counter trade Mr. Arthur Hayes. BTC is forming a bullish pendant. We're forming a bullish pendant and we're consolidating around this range to make the next leg up. My next target is at 60,000 US dollars. The SP 500 index, my next target is 5,000. If we do manage to hold above this trend line, we're going to go to my next resistance, and that's going to be $48,000. After that, it's going to be 50,000. And then finally, last resistance to tackle is 59,000. Ethereum is at $2,378. And it's made a massive wick, a massive candle. Like I said from yesterday's episode, that is why I completely rotated all my entire SOL holdings, all of my long-term holdings. I completely swapped it and sold it and bought ETH. I think ETH is still incredible and it's getting a lot of hate at the moment. I think ETH is going to have a massive rally. I think we're going to pass this 2,500 resistance mark, and then we're going to head to 3,500, and then if we're very lucky, maybe 5k. This is the monthly chart, and as you can see, we're making a massive ascending triangle. And we're going to soon break out. I believe we're going to hit resistance for a while at 69k. My medium target is 70,000 US dollars. From this trend line here to this trend line here, we can get a price of BTC around 300,000 US dollars. I was right about BTC. BTC got to 60,000 US dollars. And I was right about Ethereum. I was screaming from the hilltops that Ethereum will get to 3,500. And what happened, ladies and gentlemen? It was clear skies. We got to 3,500. Back to the show. Morgan Stanley evaluating spot Bitcoin ETF for its giant brokerage platform. Since spot Bitcoin ETF went live in January, chatter has increased about the imminent arrival of the big registered investment advisor RIA networks and broker-dealer platforms. Morgan Stanley is deciding whether to offer spot ETFs to customers of its large brokerage platform. The arrival of broker-dealers like Morgan Stanley, as well as large registered investment advisor RIA networks, could bring more investment into the new product. Wall Street giant Morgan Stanley is in the midst of performing due diligence to add spot Bitcoin ETF products to its brokerage platform, according to two people with knowledge on the matter. There are 10 spot Bitcoin ETFs right now trading in the US. The ones with the most assets is Grayscale, BlackRock, and Fidelity. It's not clear which ones Morgan Stanley is looking to offer for its clients. As you can see here, ladies and gentlemen, more and more institutions are going to come into the space. This is a very easy play for institutions. Institutions have been missing out on Bitcoin for a very, very long time. Now it's regulated, or it's more regulated. It has an ETF. More and more Wall Street executives will demand more exposure to BTC. It's like a catalyst. BTC is the gateway drug. So institutions will start to accumulate BTC at a percentage of 1 to 3%. That's what they're going to do. After that, they're going to decide to get into crypto because they're addicted to making money. And crypto has massive gains. So they'll start off with Bitcoin, and then they'll start accumulating ETH, ADA, Solana, AVAX, XRP, and the list goes on and on. Their crypto exposure will start off from 1 to 3%. And I promise you, it's going to go to 10 to 15%. Mark my words. This is breaking news. It just came in. Bitcoin suddenly plunges 7% after hitting 64,000, triggering over 600 million crypto liquidations. The world's largest crypto soared to a whopping 64,000 today, Wednesday, before quickly reversing to 59,000. As you can see here on the BTC chart, we wicked all the way to 64,000, therefore caused a liquidation, a massive liquidation, all the way down to 58,000 on the Binance chart. This is the hourly chart. As you can see, we're heading back down. Massive liquidations. People got very, very greedy, and from here they started to use massive leverage. And remember, my resistance is right here. On a previous episode, I did say my resistance was at 59,000. There are three things that will destroy a man. The first one is leverage, the other one is liquor, and the third one is women. As you can see on this diagram, BTC drops and falls 9% in just 15 minutes. The volatility is immense sometimes, so this happens during a bull market. This is very, very typical of BTC and the nature of BTC. Onto some more news today. Ton rockets nearly 40% after Telegram says will share ad revenue via Ton blockchain. The Telegram ad network will open to advertisers in March, says the founder. He said this in a broadcast on his official channel. Telegram to share ad revenue with users starting from March. The channel's owner will receive 50% of ad revenue with payments settled on Ton blockchain. This is going to be very, very common in the space now. More and more companies, legitimate companies, will incorporate crypto. Not only is this going to happen, but alts are going to be in the Nasdaq. And this is not dubious speculation. This is going to happen. Altcoins, the likes of Solana, ADA, AVAX, XRP, CeeLo, Sand, Helium will all one day be in the Nasdaq 100. That's the long-term future, and it's gonna happen if you like it or not. Altcoin season is just among us. It's right here. You see where it says Q1 with the red box? We're just here. We're right in the beginning stages. I know you can't see it yet, and I know your portfolio is still not looking as healthy as BTC. I know this. There are some coins that are doing okay in your portfolio, while others are really, really struggling. We're still in the very early innings of altcoin season. Let me show you an example. This, ladies and gentlemen, is altcoin season index. At the moment, it is at 57. So the objective is this line needs to ideally get to here, 93 or 90 or 91. And what we need it to do is to get to the higher ranges. Last time, the previous altcoin season, we got to a high of 97. And then the previous one after that, we got to a high of 88. So what we need to do is get to a high of between 80 to 92. Once we get to 80 to 92, that means altcoin season is about to rip. Yeah, we've just entered it. But what I'm trying to explain to you is it's going to go parabolic when it gets to 80 and 92. So to recap, what we need to do is we need to get all the way to here. Once we're there, we're going to head back down to Bitcoin season. This is the top 50 performance over the last season, the last 90 days. Number one, we have Stack. It's gone up a whopping 345%. So congratulations to everyone that holds Stacks. I hold Stacks. I was even given an airdrop of Stacks just randomly. Number two is Flare, and it's gone up 292%. Number three is Psy, and Psy has gone up a whopping 256%. Followed closely by Beam, which has gone up 255%. Number five is AR, and it's gone up 211%. And number six is ICP, and it's gone up a whopping 177%. This is the 3 monthly candle. I did mention a long time ago about ICP, but no one chose to listen. I did mention ICP, and I mentioned ICP 6 months ago. Let me check the charts. So this is the chart. This is ICP on the monthly. Yeah, and I mentioned ICP 6 months ago. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 months ago, it was $3.16. No one listened, and unfortunately, what happened? When people turned away from crypto, when people wasn't bothered, when people thought we're going much lower, when people thought that crypto is dead, what happens? It's gone up. But no one chose to listen, or only a few people chose to listen. If you want to make substantial gains and you want to keep profits, which is very important. A lot of people unfortunately become rich on paper and they don't take profits. What they do is they just look at a screen and see their number go up, and it boosts their vanity and their ego, and at the end of the day, they don't take profits, and they're left holding the bags. Unfortunately, the value goes down by 50%, and then they say to themselves, okay, time to leave. I'm gonna hold and wait for another bounce. But unfortunately, the bounce never comes, and then they're down 90%. I've seen this happen to many people. So there's the silver membership, gold membership, and platinum. I promise you, you won't regret it. And finally, before I go, these bigger crypto YouTubers and influencers, you're going to find less alpha. There's diminishing returns in following big channels. I'll tell you why. By the time you hear about it, the price of the thing they're shilling is going to go up, and you're going to be the exit liquidity. It happens time and time again. These influencers and these YouTubers, they've got massive reach. So by the time you decide to buy something, you're already paying way overpriced coins. You are, unfortunately, and it's always diminishing returns. But the smaller, tiny channels have the most alpha. Ethereum, ladies and gentlemen, is making massive gains. Went up to 3,500, but only a few people listened to me. I was talking about Ethereum, and I kept on banging my head on the wall. And I did say Ethereum's going to do very well. And it's still going to do well. It's probably going to go to 4,000, 5,000, but it's doing very well. And I was one of the first screaming about Ethereum and how good it would do. BTC has currently passed all-time new highs in more than 30 countries. Did you hear that? In more than 30 countries. There's only a few more countries where it hasn't gone past all-time high. The most notable is the US dollar. It hasn't passed its all-time high, but it's very close. The pound sterling and the euro. So there's a few more that we need to defeat. We are very close to all-time high. Oh, by the way, we made an all-time high in the Chinese currency, the Indian currency, Nigerian currency, and many, many more. BTC is currently at a whopping $60,454.36. It's up 6.35%. Ethereum is $3,325.28. It's up 2.27%. Tether is at $1. BNB is up $409.89. It's currently up 3.51%. Solana is at $115.33. It's currently up 5.84%. XRP is at 57 cents and is down 1.87%. ADA is at 62 cents and is currently down 0.07%. Dogecoin is at 11 cents and is up a whopping 18.14%. AVAX is at $39.94. It's up 1.62%. Tron is at 14 cents and it's down 1%. Chainlink is at $19.15 and it's up 0.21%. Polkadot is at $8.21 and it's down 1.46%. And finally, Matic is at $1 and it's down 3.17%. Bitcoin price targets currently at $60,521. It hit my target of $61,276. It's hit that target, and like I said previously earlier on in the episode, what we had is a massive liquidation, and that liquidation caused a massive downturn. But this is still very, very good and very, very ideal. We made 3 very large candles, 1, 2, 3. We also consolidated for a few days and then made a massive jump. Now my next target is at 67,000, and then after that my final target is at 70,000 US dollars. But for the meantime, we have to break past this resistance at $61,181. Once we break this resistance, form it as support, we can continue to go further up to 68,000 US dollars, which was our previous all-time high, but technically it was 69, which was the all-time high. So once we get there, I believe we're going to consolidate around 68 to 69 mark. We're going to consolidate, maybe have a small little drawdown, and then we're going to break past that previous all-time high, which was 69,000 US dollars. And you know what's ironic? Retail haven't even got into the space yet. Retail is busy paying higher mortgage prices, higher rent, higher fuel, higher interest rates. The economy's slowed down in Main Street, but not in Wall Street or crypto. Once interest rates come down, which I believe will happen in May, we're going to see retail come back into the space. They're going to have more disposable income. Inflation's going to be under control, and therefore retail will come back into the space and start to speculate once again. It's just human nature. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Google search. Yeah, this is the Bitcoin Google search, and it's literally at all-time lows. Bitcoin is just a few percentages away from the previous all-time high, and Google search is right at the bottom. This cycle, this altcoin season and BTC run will be huge. It's going to be massive. Retail are nowhere near. They're nowhere in the scene. You are all early. So well done. Every single one of you has beaten the herd. You've beaten the crowd. You are very, very early in the space. Here is another Google search, and this one is altcoins. And altcoins are at the very, very bottom. No one's looking into it at the moment. No one's searching it, which is another great sign. We're very, very early. Ethereum price targets currently at $3,321. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It's clear skies ahead. Didn't I tell you? Need I say more? BTC dominance currently at 54.69. BTC is making all-time new highs. but the dominance is not making all-time new highs. That's a bit strange, isn't it? My personal opinion, I think we topped out. But even if we don't top out, and let's just say we get to 60%, which is my final target. Let's just say we get to 60%, which is my final target. That means this area is the most ideal, best time to DCA in alts. You're literally 10% away in dominance. 10%. That means you can pick up the best. This is probably going to be the best time ever to accumulate even more BTC, because once that number goes down, it's altcoin season, ladies and gentlemen. BTC is going to underperform alts. So, price targets currently at $116.79. We've managed to bounce on my support level. We made a very, very good bounce on my support level, and now we're very, very close to this top here. And now we're about to break this top, which is 118, and the local high was $126.55. My next target is at $153.75. I think we can get there once BTC consolidates just below the all-time high. ADA price targets currently at 62 cents. We made a breakout on resistance at 64 cents. I thought we were going to hold. We didn't hold. I'm just waiting for the close, and we're going to attack this resistance one more time. And once we attack this trend line, we're going up to 74 cents, and then after that, $1. This is total 2, and total 2 is excluding BTC, and we're very, very close to all-time high. We're literally, from wick to wick, we're literally 64% away from all-time high. I want to show you one more thing as well, and it's on DeFi Llama, and I'll show you it right now. As you can see here, this is the total value locked, and as you can see here, and we're increasing and going close to the all-time high in May 2021. So DeFi is booming at the moment. It's going from strength to strength. The altcoin market is going from strength to strength. Let me show you total 3. Likewise, total 3. So this was the bear market. This was the consolidation range. This is the retest range right here. And now we're at the first innings of a bull market right here. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, your favorite, our favorite on the show, Mint Layer, rolled to 1000x. Currently at 62 cents. At the moment, unfortunately, it's on struggle street. So it's just moving sideways. What I think is going to happen is BTC is going to get to 69,000, going to get rejected, and then consolidate underneath 69,000 US dollars. Subsequently, after that happens, Mint Layer is going to start pumping. Now, we missed this pump, but also a lot of alts didn't pump, except for a few. Stacks pumped. I believe 2 scenarios are going to happen, so listen up carefully. The first scenario, BTC is going to get to 69,000, consolidate, it's going to get rejected, consolidate under 69,000. Then Mint Layer is going to go for a massive run. The second scenario is this. Stacks is going to continue going on a run, and some of the holders and some of the people would start to take profit, and then they're going to put some of their profits into Mint Layer, and they're going to find out that Mint Layer is a beta play to Stacks. My next target is 67 cents. Then after that, it's at 76 cents. Then it's 87. And then finally, 94 cents. So these are the resistance areas that we have to break. And hopefully, we'll do that sooner rather than later. But this happens in crypto. You got to be patient. It happens. If you had joined my private members club, we talk about many coins. Mint Layer is just part of my portfolio. We've got many other coins that are doing very well. I could have gone on for a very, very long time. This show could have gone for about 2-3 hours, but I had to keep it concise. Please make sure to like, subscribe, share the content if you like it, and hit the bell notification button. That's it for now. This is your boy Ahmed. Wherever you are, good morning, good evening, good night. Peace.